Everyone, I just wanted to do a quick demo on the online IDE Repl.it. And Repl.it is an IDE that runs directly in your browser, so you don't have to download anything to your computer, and you can run your code cross-platform, whether it be a Mac PC, an iPad, or even an iPhone, which I don't recommend. But as long as you have access to the internet, you can use the online IDE. So I just want to go through a few basic features of Repl.it. So when you go to the website Repl.it, it'll prompt you to create an account. And once you've done that, it pushes you into this page with some example code. And you can run code in your project by clicking on this green run button, and your output will be seen in the terminal over here. If you haven't run your code before, you wouldn't see this main executable file here. So if I go ahead and delete that and click run, it actually creates that executable file and runs it in the terminal. Of course, if you want to compile and run your code the traditional way through the command line, you can, of course, do that. So that'll create an executable file called hello, and you can run it like that. If you're not familiar with what I did there, Clang++ is the compiler that REPL uses for C++. If you're familiar with running C code, then you would just be calling clang without the plus. So you type clang++, and then the file that you want to compile, the -o just tells the compiler to name the executable file, whatever you put after the -o. So in this case, hello. And you can see that it created the executable file hello here. /hello is just telling the computer to run this executable file. If you want to delete, rename, or open a file in a new tab, you just click these 3 dots right here. You can go ahead and delete that. Let's delete that. To create a file, you can press this add file button here. Let's call it hello. And it automatically opens the file. If you want to open a file in a new tab, you can click on those 3 dots again and click Open Tab. If you want to create a folder, you can to nest your files in. And after you are done with your project, you can click on these upper 3 dots and download. There are also a few settings that allow you to customize your REPL. So you can change where the terminal is. You can change your theme. And something that's really cool is you can set the keybind. So if you come from Emacs or Vim, you can set key bindings for them respectively. So to create a new project, you can either come up here to the upper right-hand corner and click on the plus button, or you can click on this hamburger menu on the upper left-hand corner and click Create New REPL. First, you want to select the language that you want to use, C++ in this case, and a project name. After you click Create REPL, the project will be created for you, and it will push you into your new project. If you need to rename your project, you can do so here, and you can also add a description. So really quickly, I want to go through how you would make a multi-file project. I'm just going to make a program really quick here that prints hello world and goodbye to the console. I'll put the functionality of printing hello world and goodbye into different functions, and I'll put that in a different file, and then I'll also use a header file. So the first thing you want to do is create your file that's going to contain the functions. And then next I'll create a header file. And of course, I'll include that header file in both my functions file and my main. And I can go ahead and run that, and it should print out hello and goodbye. If you want to take a look at all of the projects that you've made, you can click on your ID on the upper left-hand corner, and it'll show you a list of all the REPLs that you've made. From here, you can create a new REPL, or you can open one of your old REPLs. So I hope this demo has been useful in getting you up and running with C++. Of course, you will eventually want to download an IDE onto your computer, but before doing that, I really highly recommend just using an online IDE to begin with, just so you know the ins and outs of what an IDE is supposed to do, and it'll let you more easily learn the basics of C++ without having to set up a bunch of stuff just to run simple programs. Thanks for watching. Happy coding.